Have you ever gotten to the end of your day and thought, man, I worked all day, but I didn't actually move anything forward? And it's probably because like you're focusing on so many different things, right? You took calls, you answered emails, you handled issues, posted content, managed people, checked things off, and yet the important things still didn't happen. And that's because there's a huge difference between working in your business and working on your business. And most business owners are spending almost all of their time in it. So you're going to want to listen to this episode as I unpack this and help you to start working on it. And today we are going to be talking about working in your business versus on your business and why you're stuck on the in, right? So working in your business, just to make sure we're on the same page, right? This is the client work. This is the admin, the scheduling, the emails, the fixing the problems, the tech stuff, managing day to day, constant responding. You're basically operating the machine that is your business. And if you're not doing the things in your business and your business doesn't move forward, but there's another layer to it, a higher layer that is really the working on your business. So what does that look like? Well, that's vision and growth and strategy, systems, partnerships, leadership, creating offers, creating products and services, planning ahead. And really working on the business is where scaling happens, growth happens, revenue increases can happen, but most women rarely get there. So, why is this happening? Well, because being busy feels productive, but being busy doesn't mean you're earning more revenue. You can be super busy and super poor at the exact same time. And honestly, for a lot of business owners, being busy feels safe because you're not necessarily doing some of these higher level things that maybe are a little bit out of your wheelhouse or take a little bit of a stretch, right? You know how to execute, you know how to do your kind of activities, you know how to handle things, and people rely on you. But there's reward really that comes with being the one that keeps everything moving. And you get to check off your list, which is kind of fun sometimes. But eventually you are the bottleneck, right? Because if you're the one working the machine, making everything run, then the business can't really grow past your personal capacity. So you are the one that is the bottleneck to getting things done. And you are also the thing stopping your business from growing. So, do you want to stay in the business? Here's the cost to it, right? If you're continuing working in the business, you never have enough space to think strategically, to improve your systems, to create new opportunities, maybe to even lead properly if you have other people on your team, even if you have contractors, vendors, and such, and rest enough to think clearly. Because a lot of times, you're not going to have the right strategy if you're super tired, right? And then you're going to stay in reaction mode, and reaction mode may maintain the business, but it rarely scales it. And if you're thinking, yeah, but I don't want to scale my business. Yeah, but you also don't want to be the bottleneck in your business or the thing stopping the revenue growth or you enjoying life, right? Because you can't build to the next level of your business while you're spending all your time maintaining the current one. You have to have both. So when you are working on the business, you get to unlock some things. Now, what would that be? Well, when you finally spend time on the business, you start to notice these opportunities so much faster. You make better decisions, you create better systems, you become proactive to move things forward rather than the reactive and putting out the fires. And honestly, man, it feels so much lighter to be in that space because really you can't be carrying every moving piece yourself. I see business owners try and do this all the time, even ones that have been in business for decades, they're still doing each part themselves. And that's going to feel really hard, right? Because not only is it hard to maintain, But it's hard that working in the business gives that immediate proof that you're valuable. And when the number one limiting belief is I am not enough, when you can get things done and you feel valuable, then that is fueling you working in the business. But when you're in the business, you you only like get to see the task completed. You don't get to see kind of the future vision of it. Yes, you might solve the problem, but you're not creating new solutions or new opportunities. And while you can handle the issue at hand, you're not in the vision of the future. So working on the business can feel slower, less visible at first, but long term, I tell you, that's the work that changes everything. I was talking with my husband the other day about us redoing our kitchen, and he's thinking about the in the kitchen, in the business kind of part of like, well, this has to happen, this has to happen, this has to happen. And I go, yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, what's the vision here? What's the long-term plan? Because if the long-term plan is to sell the home, then don't we want to do the kitchen and enjoy it before we do? So I'm seeing bird's eye view, bigger picture here, and also our life enjoyment, while he's seeing the in it, right? He's like, he's in the how do we do this and what's like, do we have to do it now? It's a lot of work. And that's also the kind of negative space that you can get in when you're in the business too much. So we got to shift the identity, right? The identity of stop asking what needs my attention today and start asking what's actually moving the business forward. A lot of times people will just get lost in doing tasks, right? And same way as if we work on tasks, we're not working on projects necessarily. And it's a completely different way of operating. And this is why support really matters. It's not that you're incapable of doing everything. Maybe that's the problem. You're in the capable woman trap where you can do everything. But because you're buried in daily operations all day long, you've never really had the time to lead, to be in the vision, and to be where you need to be on the business. I was leading the Dynamic Wealth Accelerator program and hearing from one of my clients that I would have more leads if I had time to get them. And I know there are things I have to do, but I'm not able to do them because she's working in the business on things. And she's not able to kind of build out that vision because there's too many little pieces needing her attention. So it's that shift that needs to happen. And so in the next episode, I'm going to break down even further this like framework from a book that I think everyone should read, The E-Myth Revisited. Get that version because it's the kind of updated version. And in it, they talk about the three roles most business owners are playing, or we hope they're playing: technician, manager, and the CEO or visionary. And the problem is most people in the business are focusing on just the technician role. And most women, most business owners are massively over functioning in one of these areas, more than likely the technician, because that was the skill set that they had in the beginning. So as I wrap up today, ask yourself this: how much of your time is spent in the business versus on the business? And if you can answer that with honesty, you may also find the reason things feel so heavy right now, or you haven't reached your goals. Also, want to let you know that upcoming, we have a workshop, master class called Build Your Business and Reach Your Goals with the help of a virtual assistant. That's on Thursday, May 21st, 2026, from 1:30 to 3. You can register for free. This is my gift to you. This is the second episode in a series that I'm doing right now, so make sure you catch the first episode. RSVP for this event. It is virtual, so I'm going to be covering so many things. When you go to the link that's in the show notes, you're going to be able to see the things that I'm going to be covering. And I'll tell you, when you get support under you, you have more time, energy, and ability to work on the business while your virtual assistant can work in the business. That's why we're talking about build your business and reach your goals with the help of a virtual assistant. I hope to see you there. It'd be amazing. Or if you can't make it, but you know you definitely want a virtual assistant or you want to explore the idea even more, please reach out to me, Diane at dianerolston.com. I have a couple of VAs that have some availability right now, so they can take a lot of stuff off your plate. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and until next time, stay dynamic. Bye.